here in Pindi. The wickets have fallen. First one was out of Saim Ayub on review given. Fakhar Zaman with a wild swipe was stumped to Hasaranga. It was a Hasaranga show after that.
Yeah, that is the peril. He bowls with no trajectory, and if as a batsman you commit to yourself on the back foot, you're in trouble. And he just carried on from what the fast bowlers did. Bowled really well, bowled immaculate lines and lengths, picked up 3 wickets as the Pakistani innings in a strife.
Current rate that of 4.26 gets Pakistan to 212. Once again, they will need one of these batters to bat through, if not both. Get a partnership going, which is at the moment 37. They've had few throughout. No real partnership of substance. For the first time in the game, maybe Charles Asalanga might just have to think about rotation of his bowlers. At the moment, Tikshana will bowl his 6th. And I say that because Asalanga himself brought himself on to bowl in his previous over. You just felt Pakistan penned him down as someone to attack, knowing that they need 10 overs from their part-timers. So that over went for 13. Vasita Fernando still has 5, Chamira still has 4, and Hasaranga has 3. Whether he brings Fernando back into for a couple.
The name of the game for these Pakistani batters at the moment is to avoid dot deliveries. Just make sure, keep on hitting the ball into the gaps. Oh, that was a swipe. The frustration is creeping in, and that's for sure. That's why the left-hander had to take a huge risk. He missed out completely. This is clever stuff from Tikshana. He knows Salman Ali Agha plays spinners very well. That's why he's been relying on in cutters, back of the leg, not allowing any freedom to Salman Ali Agha to free his arms like he did in the previous over. Good contest.
With that single, 4 of the over come along. 32 done at 137 for 4.
Right ingredients, right treatment, 100%. तो करें dandruff का software update with Hello Hair Anti-Dandruff Shampoo. Confidence 100%.
Making headlines again is Vanindu Hasaranga, 3 for 32, and still has 3 overs up his sleeve. The change of bowling, Asita Fernando was able to pick up the very first wicket of the game, that of Saim Ayub. Now back into the attack with a brand new ball to swing and shape away from the right-handers. Nicely guided down third for one.
Yeah, the reason why it was exceptional to see these two faster bowlers using the new ball on a pitch like this. When you come out as an opener after playing few deliveries, you say, if my chance is to go big in this innings, it has to be with the new ball, with pace on, and they denied it. Bowled miserly on immaculate lines and lengths.
Once again, we get the crowd involved. Flip the KFC bucket, land it on your head, and you win finger-licking good prizes from KFC. Maybe a touch too high. Alex Wolf signals wide. We're coming back to the point of where, yes, Sri Lanka bowled immaculate lines, didn't allow Pakistan to really get away. It was not very quick. It was medium pace, but off a certain length, and they got the ball to shape. Now, from Pakistan's point of view, what can you look at doing in terms of maximizing or increasing your scoring opportunities or moving around in the crease?
I'll come with an answer after this delivery. See, the example was when Fakhar Zaman was batting. The bowlers were looking to bend ball back into him, and he kept on batting from leg stump, and finally realized, let's move towards the middle stump, and he picked up a boundary or two. So as a batter, you don't have to do something extravagant, just smaller things. Small adjustments can help you in a big way. So once the ball is swinging, yeah, there are different ways to upset a bowler. For a batter, the main thing is to destroy or disrupt the plans of any bowler. Once you're able to do that, then you write the game. Unfortunately, the innings stalled at the very beginning, but I think Pakistani batters, they're going to learn. And that is the reason why I kept on saying, when Shaheen Shah Afridi was criticized during the second ODI, why did he choose to bat first? You know, over the years, what we have seen with the Pakistani team, they find it difficult to put runs on the board. So you have to do it again and again to get well versed into putting a total on the board. And I won't mind if Shaheen Shah Afridi decides to bat in the next one day, even though there is a chance of a lot of dew. It's a learning curve for this Pakistani side. They need a bit of experience to be able to do it day in and day out.
That's what Mike Hesson also said at his presser, that it is an evolving side, it is a growing side under new leadership as well in terms of coaching, as well as captaincy in Shaheen Shah Afridi, his first outing as ODI captain. There's plenty in terms of learning opportunities.
Which airline you flew in? Were you getting live cricket? Please share the details, Root.
Yep, got in touch late for the game. Looking for the big shot, 180 degrees, picks up a single in the other direction, a 144 for 4. 100 scored by each team since the last ODI World Cup. Maybe sometimes when Pakistan have found themselves in a bit of a trouble is because batters haven't gone big. 33 innings, only 9 centuries since the last ODI World Cup back in 2023. Pakistan sitting significantly bottom of that chart, right up there with 15 centuries as well. So the conversion from Pakistan. Half centuries are there. We've seen it throughout the South African innings, South African ODI series, West Indies as well. Even earlier on, as the 50 partnership also comes on, there have been scores of 50s, 60s. It's just that where Pakistan have found it maybe slightly difficult, and coming back to your point of setting scores is because, or even chasing those bigger scores, 270, 280 and beyond, is where the batsmen who've gotten the starts haven't been able to convert.
It'll happen eventually. Going back to that 2023 World Cup, I think it was Abdullah Shafiq and Fakhr Zaman who scored hundreds for Pakistan. Mohammad Rizwan as well.
A time for the fans to enjoy Pakistan's finest. Number 1 tea brand, Tapal Tea, in the lounge. That's picked the gap nicely. Dive in, Wayne, and will break Hussain Talat for. Well played the ball late.
And also off the back foot. He's been committing himself on the front foot. And this time around, waiting on the delivery. And managed to hit the ball in the right area for a boundary. Much needed boundary. Pressure releaser for sure for Hussain Talat.
You just hear the anguish from Hussain Talat because what he wants to do is follow up with a single. You might have also just picked up from Stump Mike, Salman Ali Agha, telling him that we've got 6 from the over. That will be the 7th of the over. 151 for 4. Of 50 partnerships, and this one in quickest time, 56 of 65, and it holds a key here for Pakistan with Hussain Talat and Salman Ali Agha at the crease. The run rate also just picking up 4.4. With that, it gets Pakistan to 222. They'll want to look north of that. Salman Ali Agha once again playing a great hand, 41 of 43. And more importantly, he's kept the rate going. Is that wrapped in front? Is that straight enough? Maybe just with the around angle sliding down leg side.
Reviews are exhausted. Couple of them took the pace off, maybe the bounce, and also the angle. You're talking about Asitha. He's not a very tall fast bowler. And with his height, he's forced to pitch the ball up. Why not come out of the crease? Try and upset him.
Great hand at short mid-wicket. We were having a discussion earlier whereby the entire Pakistan setup is a new look, with Mike Hesson as coach, Shaheen Shah Afridi as one-day captain. They're looking to rebuild, and that's also the message that has been. It's about giving players those opportunities, and then the onus is on the players to grab those opportunities, stake a claim, and be a consistent member, a reliable member of that side.
This is nicely played. Will find a fielder. The Pakistan has enhanced their situation in this game. 15 overs are left. If they're able to eke out this partnership till the 40th over, they still have a chance to get close to 270. It's all about batting intelligently. The bar score here is 280 anyways. So not everything lost in this game for Pakistan. Still a lot of hope. 2 overs need to be bowled by an auxiliary bowler. Finds the fielder. Unlucky for Salman. Happened twice in this over.
And this is hard, really hard, and the reaction times absolutely brilliant. Pavan, they're very close. Appreciated by the entire Sri Lankan contingent. Couple of field changes now. A long on falls to the boundary. Fine comes up in the ring. The ramp is on. If it is marginally short, Salman Ali Agha can look at that option. Great delivery to end the over. Apologies. Just the one so far.
Yeah, throughout this over, Asita hasn't been predictable for the batters to set him up for a big one. Couple of short pitch deliveries, couple of slow deliveries. He has managed this over quite well. Only a single been conceded so far.
And he'll want to look to close the over out. Great stuff from Asita. 152 for 4.
गोल्डन पर ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडिड ग्लूटा सीरम के साथ बात बन जाए.
He's been one of the best in the middle order. Batting positions between number 4 and number 7. Salman Ali Agha, 42.5 that average. Now even Sri Lanka, they have a couple of players doing wonderfully well in those positions and both playing here. Charita Salanka and Janit Liyanage. Tremendous averages. No, if you're supposed to do well at number 6 and 7, that means the top order is failing, isn't it? Getting opportunity in those middle orders, and as a coach or team, you don't want to be in those situations. Hasaranga back for his second spell. 3 for 33, should have been 4 really. Bakarunis, what's the approach? What's the target?
Last second got a little bat on it. Might just run away, but good fielding at the end. Yeah, I mean, anything around 270, 280 is in the radar now, because Pakistan put up a good partnership here, 61 of 73 between these two. So anything around 270, which is very much gettable. Maybe just getting a little greasy now. Ah, beautiful shot. Mid-off up in the circle and played it nicely. It was a loopy delivery in the arc.
He's searching. Tosses that up right underneath the eyes of Hussein Talat. Didn't need to do much. But Chamira at mid-off probably should have done better. Dives over it. Bit of variable pace and bounce on off, and I think that's where Pakistan top order has struggled to find their timing. Knowing how the conditions change come the second session, just feel with the coolness, the dew, it'll become easier for batting.
I think we'll still get a little bit of seam movement or swing early in the piece for Pakistan also, because sun was soft and the light have come on early, so the pitch is not really dried up much. Yeah, lovely end of the over. 36 gone, 162 for 4.
Lights taking effect. Nice cool afternoon it has been.
Still to come, Mohammad Nawaz, Fahim Ashraf, the two left-handers, actually all three left-handers, and they have capability to hit big balls, so Pakistan in a decent position. Run rate still under 5, so these two, I feel, gonna still stay out there maybe for another 6 overs or more if they can.
That's when those players you mentioned become effective. You don't want them coming in early and be forced to build an innings. They are the type of players who can come in and finish an innings, and that's where the next 6 overs is crucial. Janit Liyanage. His first 6 overs were pretty good. Sri Lanka's 5th bowler so far of 8 overs has gone for 45. 2 more overs. Needed a partnership. They've got it. It's 69 of 78. Salman Ali Agha. He's being the aggressor though. But quietly, Hussein Talat finding the boundary and now looking very confident.
Partnership came in good time. 70 of 79, so they've been busy looking for the singles and the odd boundary, and that's the way I think the top order batters should have also batted. Just stay busy, just look for runs all the time.
It's closer to another half century, Salman Ali Agha.
I think the top order batters got a little anxious when they saw, all that swing and seam, and they just went in the shell and didn't really know which way to go. But these two are finding good rhythm now. 275 is definitely gettable. Liyanage batted beautiful, bowled beautifully with the new ball.
8 over 275. That'll be a good score because Pakistan fighting back to get that score would mean they'll be up and about. And when your confidence is there, that belief creeps in, and then anything can happen. A tea moment. Tapal T. Number 1 T in Pakistan, no doubt about that. We've been spoilt up here with the hospitality, and Tapal T tops that list. Width on offer, he's hit it hard. Beats the fielder in the deep.
This outfield is getting quicker. Once the lights come on, the ball starts skidding through nicely. There was a room there for Hussain Thalat to just play it late, pick the gap nicely. Fielder gave it his best, but it was hit so beautifully. I like the way they're looking to rotate strike, not only looking to hit boundaries but also just pushing for runs, the singles and twos. 9 of the over so far. It's been a good over for Pakistan. Salman Ali Agha approaching his 50 at a good rate, and that's what Pakistan were looking for someone to not only score run but score run quickly.
This is good. Hit the gaps, run hard. Well, 10 off that over. 37 ball, 172 for 4. We thought it was a struggle earlier on. Well, it was. The run rate rarely getting above 3. Somehow it crept up to 4. But in the last 7 overs, 53 runs. Salman Ali Agha and Hussain Thalat. And it's been risk-free. It's a lot to do with hitting the gaps and running hard. Just that intent. Turning things around. Sri Lanka's over rate also pretty slow. Half century, really well played, under pressure. Salman Ali Agha, his 19 ODIs, first against Sri Lanka and a crucial one.
Not the first time he's done this job, batting down the order and plays the spinners really well, and got a 50 of 52 deliveries. This is a crucial period for Sri Lanka. One must say Hasaranga, who's picked up 3 wickets, and the skipper would like him to break this partnership. Partnership's getting dangerous for Sri Lanka.
Useful edge, but well fielded by Kamindu Mendis. Didn't carry, made sure he didn't get through.
I don't think Hussain Thalat picked the length. He just saw a flight on it, and from the crease he was looking to hoik it away. Very, very fortunate that it just didn't go to the hands of a fielder.
Gets it, skips away for 4. Nicely played, that boundary he was looking for.
They're looking to attack Hasaranga also. They struggled against Hasaranga in the early part of the game, but now they're feeling good. This was leg side-ish. Nicely picked up by Hassan.
High score in ODIs for Hussain Thalat. 83 of 89. This partnership is growing, and it's getting into that situation where the batters to come also become very dangerous. At the end of the 40th, an extra fielder will be allowed outside that circle, so a bit more cushion for the Sri Lankans. And I believe that's why Pakistan in these last 3-4 overs are looking for that boundary, an extra area to hit. Fielder comes round, but long throw in and hence a couple more. Another expensive over, 180 for 4. LBW early. It was that period where Sri Lanka got on top. You mentioned the new ball bowling which put the brakes on Pakistan. Brilliant bowling from Chamira, who's now back into the attack for his third spell. Ball was swinging around early, Waqar. And a little bit of a technique issue, do you reckon? Sam Ayub, the way he set himself up, I would think would have been a walking wicket for a bowler like you.
Yeah, when the ball is swinging and the batter is going across early like that, that means the swing bowler is always in the game. He's always searching for the ball to hit the pad, and that's what happened. A few occasions he got hit on the back pad. This time it was knocked fuller, and look where the head is, and look how the bat come down. Back came down at the angle. They had no chance of surviving.
And that's because that front leg goes across. As a batter, you got to open up the angle for the bowler bowling over the wicket and let that swing come into you. But the left-hander was going offside.
Yeah, I remember Sanath Jayasuriya back in the days when he early played for Sri Lanka. He used to do the same. He used to plant his front foot, and I got him out a couple of times because I used to swing the ball, a new ball, but he got me a few times. Once he just sort of managed that period, first 3-4 overs, then he becomes really dangerous. Then he'll hit you from that length, that middle stump line and length. And then he was such a devastating batsman when he gets used to of the surface, get used to of the swing. Yeah, he was an amazing player, but early on he had similar issue. You're going across and then looking to either play sort of straight. If he plays straight, then it's fine, but sometimes he used to play cross, and then LBW bowl comes into play.
And the problem is when that front foot goes across, not only is your head going across, to access the ball, you got to pull your front leg out of the way, and that's where the delay happens. Jayasuriya, tremendous record. Runs, more runs. Got a bit of glove, enough to get it away from the keeper.
Salman Ali Agha on the roll. He's looking for boundaries now, going deep in the crease, and it just went away from the wicketkeeper. I think he got a little glove on it, but runs are coming nicely for Pakistan.
And suddenly they're thinking 280. This partnership has been brilliant. The only chance that the Sri Lankans had was that LBW before Hussain Talat got off the mark. It was plumb in front. Sri Lanka didn't have a review. But other than that, can't think of even a single chance that these two batters have given. And it gets even better. This is really, really good. They're mixing it up with some wonderful running between the wicket.
It's sensible cricket, one must say that. They ran really hard between the wicket, and if there was loose delivery presented, they made sure that they put it away. I like the knock from Hussain Talat also. Yes, you're right, he was lucky. LBW was not given, but since then, since the first maybe 10-15 deliveries, he looked really good. 94 of 95 deliveries, and they're not done yet.
But if you ask me, it looks like they're just starting. 39 bowled. Pakistan are now 190 for 4. They've got their
New Light and Glow BB Cream hydrates, skin को brighten and even tone करे, oil absorb करे, shrinks pores और दे full coverage makeup look all day. Light and Glow BB Cream.
Well, easily the best player Pakistan have got, especially against the spinners. He picks the gap nicely and he rotates the strike beautifully, cuts the ball nicely, and that was a beauty. Went off up in the circle, used the feet nicely, and this was the last boundary hit. The inning was required from a senior guy, Salman Ali Agha, and he managed to get 50 for his team and his skipper. Run rate almost 5 now, so things have settled down for Pakistan. This partnership have really put them back in a driving seat. Can they just play well? Can they just drag this partnership for another 3-4 overs? So the later order batsmen and the likes of Fahim, Nawaz can just cut loose and play those big shots. And Pakistan, you never know, if they keep going the way they are, might get to close to 300.
Yep, back on track. Very much. Hasaranga is last over. But he adjusted that. He misread it but had the presence of mind to make sure he didn't let it through. 2 spells for Hasaranga today. First one, outstanding. That's when he picked up those 3 wickets. Came back for a second spell, but he hasn't been that good. He hasn't bowled with the control he would have liked. That's straight. No review. He got across the stumps. That's why I thought that looked straight. Sri Lankans believe. The reaction say it all.
Might be just slipping down the leg side. Yeah, he planted his front foot way too early. Saranga, so much experience, knows exactly what needs to be done.
Getting closer to a maiden ODI half century. Hussain Talat.
I think the pressure created by the pace bowler allowed Hasaranga to come in and put more pressure on the top order. Once ball gone old, a little softer, not easy to control, and it's not the first time we see. In several occasions I've seen Hasaranga in his first spell a true match winner, but when it comes to bowling his last few overs, he has struggled in the past.
Well, it feels like it's been a long time that Sri Lanka's over rate looks low, but they're just 2 minutes behind. If they're 2 minutes behind, it will be very unlikely that they'll get penalized if they can maintain that. They've had the habit of being slow getting through their overs, penalized on many occasions. Partnership 100, Pakistan at the end of 40 are 195 for 4. Wonderful partnership. Salman Ali Agha leading the way. Great support from Hussain Talat. Just under a run a ball. 7th time Pakistan batters have put on 100 runs against Sri Lanka for the 5th wicket. Dushmanta Chamira about to start the 3rd power play. 5 fielders will be allowed outside the circle. There used to be a time that he didn't know how to do it. or what his expression should be. Alex Wolff, in making that signal, he used to grin. Could see all 32. They'll get to. Very effective from Pakistan's point of view. Mid-offs in the circle, 3 in the deep on the leg side, fine leg in the circle, third man, and the sweeper cover. 10 overs to go, you're easily thinking 280 at least from here. Really well bowled, slower ball, back of the hand from Chamira.
Yeah, you got to be smart in the last 10 overs as a bowler, because with this partnership, you know, now Pakistan thinking runs every ball. So you got to be very clever, very smart to just use the depth of the crease and also bowl wide. Don't bowl in the arc. Use those variations, both slow deliveries, the odd bouncer. All these variations got to be used now.
Nicely played. Well, might look clumsy, but he intended it to go in that direction. 200s on the board for Pakistan. They've got to giddy up.
Yeah, thinking was very clear from Salman Ali Agha. Fine leg was up in the circle. He knew all he needed was a little bat on the ball. The ball will run away. It was a slow delivery, but just waited on it. 18 boundaries. Boundaries were rare in the first maybe 10 to 15 overs, but since these two have come at the crease, things have just moving nicely for Pakistan.
Field changes, finally goes out, mid-wickets in the circle. Nicely bowled, he digs it out, that'll be a couple. Sri Lanka does well. Manages to keep it down to 1.
Batters to come, Fahim Ashraf, Mohammad Nawaz. Very regular in the team, batting at number 7 and 8. And they're both a big hitter. And this is a tailor-made situation if they will be required.
Nicely bowled. But good running once again. The scoreboard ticking over nicely for Pakistan. Run rate almost up to 5 now. But this is where they'd like to have been from the start. But somehow or other, hook or by crook, they got themselves back there. Superb from these two.
Yeah, thanks to these two who not only scored but also scored quickly at a very, very good rate. Bringing Pakistan back in the game, looking to score big now.
Superb. 1 bounce for 4. Expensive over comes to an end. 12 off it. 207 for 4.
New Light and Glow BB Cream hydrates, skin को brighten and even tone करे, oil absorb करे, shrinks pores और दे full coverage makeup look all day. Light and Glow BB Cream.
Those block holes, just a little length on that last delivery, and Salman Ali Agha making room for himself. Playing a match-winning knock for Pakistan.
Deekshana back, he's been wicketless. It's been expensive as well. What I liked about Salman Ali Agha is there's been a purpose. He's known where the field is, where the gaps are, and he's picked his spots when he's looking for that boundary. even that last boundary, mid-off in the circle, extra cover in the circle, 2 runs, real good running, takes him to a half century. Hussain Talat, maiden ODI half century.
The dressing room's up. This partnership was required, this inning was required, and Hussain Talat showed his class. Struggled early on in his inning, but once he gets going, he found the rhythm.
Well, now to finish off, 53 balls remaining in the innings. There we go. He's got to a half century. Now open those broad shoulders. That's a 6. The umpires will have a look, but if I saw it right, it will hit the boundary cushions on the full.
I think he got good eyes, Russ. This was in the slot. He plays that shot really well. This time he made sure that he hits it straight. Did he hit on the full? Yeah, clearly hitting the top of the skirting. Well done, Russ.
Eye for few things, certain things.
What do you mean by that?
Second 6 of the innings now. Charita Salanka. Oh, he's gone down. He's gone down. And he's clutching to his hamstring. Now the score, it's building. They're gonna need to bat really well to chase this down, which is going to be in the region of 280 to 300 for sure. They're gonna need a fit Asalanka.
Suddenly you see a different energy in the dugout, in the dressing room. They're all back on their feet. They're feeling good about themselves now. They'll be thinking, we can win this game. We're in a situation where we can post maybe 300.
When there's a winner, there's always a loser, and contrasting body language from the Sri Lankans. Looking at each other, the captain's on the ground. Just wondering, where did it go wrong? What could we have done better? But right now, you're at the mercy of the Pakistan batters. That's Hussain Talat.
But he's enjoyed himself. He's a fine player. Favors the offside mainly, likes to cut. And this was a beauty to Asaranga, picking up a length very early and made himself a 50, a real proud man. Plays all around the ground really well.
96 runs since the 30th over. That's a run rate of 8.5.
And that too without taking any risk. There's a good cricketing shots these two have played. And they're ready to take risk now. And if they get it right, Pakistan will be getting very close to 300, if not 300.
On 20, the partnership, it's growing. Sri Lanka need to look for a wicket. Oh, obviously they will be. They need something to give. They need a break. Rubber the green, as sometimes we say it. But if not, chin up. Chin up, because this pitch is very good, and hence even 300 is chaseable. But it's all about belief.
Yeah, it's just a new ball, I think. Even when the Pakistani ball is going to come on, I feel that there will be a little bit of swing for them. And if Sri Lanka up front early on manage that swing, they'll be happy to chase down any score. Because the history suggests the pitch has played really well over the years. At PSL, we have many games here, and second time around chasing, this pitch becomes a belter.
Sri Lanka's fifth bowler, which is generally a liability. It's a mixed match between Janit, Lienage, Asalanka, and maybe coming the Wendy's. They're bowled 9. They're gone for 63. Correction, they've gone for 55. So Sri Lanka needs to find one more over from there as well. Diction has been expensive and wicketless. Usually you do find a bowler having an off day. The way the Sri Lankan bowling lineup is put together, none of those top 4 bowlers can have an off day. Can't afford that. Good running. Great awareness of where the gaps are.
Modern day cricket, you cannot have 4 bowlers, Russ. You have to have your 5th bowler in the side, a regular bowler. You cannot rely on your batters to give you 10 overs or a bit more than that.
In slower, sluggish, turning conditions, yes. But not in good conditions. .42 ball, 220, 221 for 4 Pakistan.
Yeah, the reason why the situation has enhanced for Pakistan, batters haven't been eating too many deliveries, not many dot deliveries, been busy these two. Lian again. Opportunity for Pakistan to go big in this over. Now the left-hander who batted well for his 50 starts off the over with a couple.
This is brilliant counter-punching by this pair of batters. Look at where Talat has scored his runs. He started off slowly, but then he's really started to find his range. At the current rate, 264, but I think they'll get much more with wickets in hand in the last 10 overs, always. Slower delivery with that. I think that, oh yes, it's called a wide, but I think, did it brush the pad? I think Kusal Mendes thought it brushed the pad.
Yeah, the umpire took his time. Checked with his mental list and then called it a wide. But what an effort. What an effort from the youngster, Hussain Talat. Novice at this level, but he handled the pressure quite well. Yeah, tried to hit the ball very hard.
See, this is unusual territory for Janit Lianage. He doesn't generally bowl at international level at this stage. So Sri Lanka is looking to him to try and get the maximum, because Asalanka bowled 2 overs and went for 18. So Lianage needs to get this over in to complete the 10. But Amir, the value of going into the last 10 overs with set batters and with good momentum.
And you got 2 big striker of the ball available in the dressing room who can really do serious damage. So all these Pakistani batters need to do is ramp up a pressure on the opposition. Find a couple of boundaries in this one. Another slow delivery. Clever stuff. Well directed slow delivery. No room for the left-hander to free his arms.
Yeah, it's precious, isn't it? Precious dots for Sri Lanka at this stage. Just look at the way he rolls his fingers on top of it, not giving him any pace at all. Well, Janit Lianage needs to complete this over. He has 3 more deliveries. Conceded just 3 runs so far. Needs to finish strong from a Sri Lankan point of view. Down the ground, hit with a lot of power. just a single, but there is so much of power that Hussain Talat packs when he gets it off the middle of the bat. He's a power hitter.
And again, clever bowling from Lian again. Bowled a couple of slow deliveries, managed to bowl dot deliveries, and then bowled it fuller. And never allowed the left-hander to get underneath and be able to hit the ball aerial. Has been a very good over. There was a scratch on the bat. But still good enough for a couple of runs for Pakistan.
This has been clever cricket by Pakistan. As you said at the beginning, the number of dots have reduced so much. So what they've done well is not just hitting boundaries, they've knocked it into gaps. Just look at this confirms what we're talking about. At the bottom of the screen, look at the way they've been very active. Singles, twos, mixed with those boundaries. That's a wide. That's a wide, and that Kusal Mendes couldn't collect it, but these are all vital runs at this stage for Pakistan.
Yeah, if as a batsman you're not able to express yourself and bat with freedom, what you need to do is get busy. Hit the holes. Rotate strike. At least you're keeping the opposition under pressure. Another wide. Feeling the pressure.
He's looking to take pace off, so he's missing his line late again. He understands he needs to finish high, ideally a dot ball. Sri Lanka has conceded 52 runs in the last 30 deliveries. That's a lot of runs, considering that Pakistan are 4 down for not many. They're looking for 2 here, and they'll come back for 2. This is good running, good aggressive running. They've got 11 in the over, 232 for 4. The last 3 overs, Pakistan have got 7 twos. So they have now not looked at only boundaries. They're looking at every option. That's a look at Sri Lanka's bowling resources. Asita Fernando has 3 overs left. Jamira has 2. And Tikshana has 2. Asaranga's completed. So at least Sri Lanka will have frontline bowlers now to try and finish off the 50 overs. Tikshana has gone for 50 of 8 overs. So it's been really tough going for Tikshana, particularly this pair of batters have looked to take him on. It's been... What impresses me is that it's been a calculated effort. It's a calculated onslaught because they started slowly. They had difficult moments, yes. We'll talk about that Hussain Talat's LBW that was not given. But just take that out of the way. These two have batted outstandingly well.
Yeah, given the situation they were faced with. Brilliant, no doubt about it. And Salman Ali Agha has been guiding his young partner how to go about the job. And so far so good for Pakistan. Now they're threatening the opposition to concede 290. But lesson to be learned for Sri Lankan captain. You know, if you don't have 5 frontline bowlers, there's always a difficulty for you. Oh, that's close, that is close. Given. There were 2 sounds for sure, but it was the case of bat hitting the pad. He has referred it.
TV umpire to director will have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out I've checked the feet placement and it's a fair delivery. Let's start with front row. I can see the ball passes close to the bat. Need to check that with outrage. Asif Altarij is building, stand by. Rolling slowly. Yeah. Clear gap as the ball passes the bat, satisfied, no bat involved. Ball tracking whenever it is ready, please. Original decision is out. Pitching outside of impact in line and wicket setting. Asif, you will be staying with your out decision. Stand by. Your screen signal now.
Sri Lanka finally breaks through after a 138 run partnership of 127 balls. Hussain Talat goes for 62. Pakistan 233 for 5. Mohammad Nawaz, he could have asked for a better time to come in. Well, he's been in very good form since he came back. And fresh legs, Amir. I'm not in any way suggesting that Hussain Talat was tired, but then it's always good to have somebody new, fresh, striker on the ball. Short and wide, and he gets a boundary. And he gets off the mark. That was a rather loose delivery from Tikshana.
He's enjoying a purple patch, Mohammad Nawaz. Didn't need much time to get off the mark. In fact, with a boundary. Yes, wasn't a great delivery, but got the opportunity, pounced on it. Starts off with a boundary, Nawaz.
Yeah, it was begging. It was begging to be put away. And Nawaz obliged. It was short and wide. Tikshana now round the wicket. Well, fresh from a very fine innings of 59 against South Africa. Nawaz in his last outing. So already moved to 5 with the boundary. He's having the right idea. He's not looking to hit boundaries, he's also looking to rotate the strike.
Yeah, it was too close. And moved outside the line of that delivery. That's why there was no contact with the bat. But a timely breakthrough for Sri Lanka. They've been trying hard for this. But a good hand from the youngster, Hussain Talat. Runs. Two of them to finish the over. It's 240 for 5.
Well, he's been the go-to as far as Pakistan is concerned. 82 of 71. Batted brilliantly. Loved the way he paced the innings. Salman Ali Agha. 7 fours only. Hasn't hit sixers, but he's shown a lot of aggression. The running has been good. The leadership in that partnership. Everything going his way, and I thought it's very well constructed. It's given Pakistan a real opportunity with 36 legal deliveries left. Fernando's back.
Yeah, you're right. Salman Ali Agha, he's got that intuitive grasp of the situations and goes accordingly, and that's why he's been prolific. Yes, there was a struggle for him in T20 cricket, but he'll come along. He's got the talent. He got Pakistani team to such a wonderful situation. He has to make sure he's there for Pakistan to the last moment. That will ensure that Pakistan will get to 300 runs. And there'll be 20 more runs from the power score. He's running hard.
If Sri Lanka at this stage, it's about saving boundaries. I mean, they wouldn't mind singles at all. They'll take the singles.
Honestly, when I saw the final 11, the formation of the 11 for this match, I thought there's one bowler missing. You need to have 5 frontline bowlers on a pitch like this, which is true. Yes, there was indifferent bounce, but not a lot of spin. But there was a situation where Sri Lanka could have seized the game in their favour if they had carried on with Hasaranga. But the captain had to take him off to fill in as an auxiliary bowler. From there on, Pakistani innings started to get momentum and never looked back. So the formation of the side has to be apt to be able to compete at this level, but turn out to be very good for Pakistan.
Well, I hear you. Well, I'm in hindsight, after the 2 fast bowlers, well, a third seamer would have been ideal, and the point you make about Hasaranga is absolutely right. He had to manage his bowling resources. Charita Salanka. But what they have been doing, Amir, is that this is the combination they've played. They've always relied on 4 frontline bowlers and looked to go with the 5th bowler. I'm not saying that it should be applied across the board, but this is the combination that has won them games so far, most of the games. So they're trusting that, and they're giving a little bit more beef in the batting.
But that makes you a side reliant on conditions. If you want to be a well-rounded side, you've got to have bowling resources nowadays. Slow one picked up nicely by Salman. Hits the ball into the gap, and easy 2 runs for him.
Yeah, you're right in terms of horses for courses. I mean, you'll be looking at that option, but then being the first game, Sri Lanka has carried on with this. They won in Zimbabwe, won away, so it's a similar combination they played. So they're just trusting them, and they're trusting their batting a lot, trusting themselves to chase down a score. That's what Asalanka said at the toss. When he opted to bowl, he was looking for the dew. Well bowled, very well bowled. He's been clever. He's taken pace off. He's varied his length. And by and large, he's looked very impressive, Asika. 246 for 5. Well, just look at this. Look at what Pakistan has done. These are the power plays. The first power play was a struggle, but the second power play was outstanding. Dictionary to the last over. Wide. Well done, Kusal Mendes. That's brilliant keeping.
The umpire has to check whether it's a wide or a no ball.
Yes, you're right. You're right. You got to see whether it was outside that area, designated area of the playing surface, but brilliant stuff by the keeper. This is what they're going to take a look at. Oh yes, 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 yes. That's gone well wide, well outside the playing surface. So let's see. Just keep an eye on where the ball is pitching. Is it in line or is it outside? Is it a third umpire's decision? I think it's the third umpire's decision. That's what he's checking, just to make sure that whether it's a no ball. In fact, it is confirmed as a no ball.
Help yourself, Salman Ali Agha.
Well, I suppose he's just asking for a clarification, but that's a third umpire's decision. He's just giving the explanation, saying it was just outside. So outside that line, outside that pitch area, he's considered a no ball.
It was out of bounds, and as a bowler you have to accept it.
It's a third umpire's call here. Right, it's the free hit and a wide again. I thought it was a good delivery. He went full and wide, but too wide.
Oh, pressure has been reverted. Pakistan was on the receiving end when they lost quick wickets, absorbed pressure by Salman Ali Agha and Hussain Talat, and that partnership of 138 has reverted the pressure. The Sri Lankans faltering under pressure. In the air, but will find a fielder. Running hard. Excellent running from these two.
The 250 is up for Pakistan, and they still got 5 overs left, including this one. This is a great recovery. I must say that the momentum, without any doubt, is with Pakistan. Look at that last 50 of just 28 deliveries. The acceleration has been on. Over the top, finds the fielder. Sri Lanka, I'll tell you, wouldn't mind it. At this stage, just prevent the boundaries. If they can do that, singles and twos, they'll take it instead of boundaries.
Yeah, the Pakistani batters at the moment aiming for 10 and over at least. To get to the target they set initially, which was the par score, 280. Now they have created a situation where they could actually breach 300 runs.
Well bowled. That is very well bowled. A precious dot at this stage.
After bowling wayward deliveries, he has been able to gather his thoughts, Tikshana, and bowling in the right areas. The last 3 deliveries being excellent from him.
Slow ball, cleverly bowled, cleverly bowled. Pace off, slower, wider. Just not letting Nawaz reach. That is clever bowling at this stage from Tikshana. Needs to finish strong from a Sri Lankan point of view. He still has 2 balls left in the over. With the no ball, with the wide, he's just conceded 5. Again, Pace off. Again pace off.
At times it's the right idea to bowl away from a batter. They are waiting for the deliveries pitched within the stumps, and if you bowl wider as a bowler you can surprise them. That's what we have seen so far from Dikshana, looking bowl outside the off stump without any pace.
Full toss. It's fielded in the deep. That's good work. And only a single. Pakistan will be kicking themselves. That was a gift. 6 runs off the over. 252 for 5. Right, we're down to the last 4 overs. Asita Fernando and Dushmantha Chameera. They'll be finishing things off. Asita Fernando's figures, just look at that. Going at 3.25. Chameera little over 4. Dikshana finished his 10 overs, went for 64. Starts off with a slow full toss. Just couldn't time it. Again, only a single.
Our last couple of overs been good for Sri Lanka. Just 12 runs where Pakistan aiming for at least 10 and over. He's been phenomenal, Asika. He has bowled immaculate lines and lengths. Very meticulous with those slow deliveries as well.
Again, pace off. Should be cut off in the deep. They want to. Could be trouble here. Has to be trouble. Has to be. In fact, no. Salman Ali Aga hadn't gone past the no return point. But Sri Lanka keeps it down to a single.
That looks annoyed. Salman Ali Aga. Urging his partner. Needed a much committed effort, but no damage done as far as Pakistan is concerned. Salman Ali Aga still there.
See, at this stage Sri Lanka hasn't given a boundary of the last 17 balls, so that is what they're after. How long can they extend this? Go square to the wicket, another single. So 18 balls at this stage without a boundary. That's a good effort on the part of the Sri Lankan bowlers. They pulled that run rate under 5.5. There was a time that it was closing in on 6 runs and over. But still, these pair of batters, they can take it to the end. They can really accelerate. Salman Ali Aga, 90 of 78 balls only. Just 7 fours. But it speaks of the way he's constructed the innings. Not relied on boundary hitting, but more skill. On strike, short third in, short fine leg. Pace off. He wants a wide, but it's not a wide. That's clever bowling.
As a fast bowler in this situation, you've got to be mentally strong and technically strong, tactically strong to be able to deliver, and Asita is delivering in this crucial juncture of the game. He's been on the money, and those subtle variations are posing a lot of problems for these two batters.
That will be alright. Went a little bit too far again, pace off, going for that wide Yorker. He's got a man at deep backward point, he's got a man at deep point. So no surprises that he's aiming that length. Just getting it slightly wrong. He's got to re-bowl it.
We're talking about the last 3 overs where Sri Lankans have been very good, not conceding a boundary. Pakistan was very well poised to score 300 runs, but it's been hampered due to some very good bowling once again from this fast bowler who's been very impressive.
See, he's not been able to time the ball because he's taking pace off. Salman Ali Agha looking to hit it with all the power, but no timing at all. So only a single. So he's got one ball left in the over. He's bowled a wide and conceded just 5. So Sri Lanka will be pleased. They pulled it back a little bit. The last ball of the over. Asif Fernando's pace has been very impressive. He's gone in the mid 130s. He's dropped it below 110. That's how he's mixed it up and proving to be more than effective at this stage. Last ball of the over. Can he finish strong? And it's a full toss. They are asking for a no ball. They think it's over the waistline. I don't think so. The umpire doesn't think that. So that is a dot. 257 for 5.
Very lucky, one has to say. It was too high. It was above waistline.
Right, we're down to the last 18 legal deliveries. Dushmanta Chamira takes it from outside the off stump. Samara Vikrama cannot get it. It's a welcome boundary for Pakistan. It's first boundary after 21 deliveries.
And there was a bad collusion. Salman Ali Agha and Chamira. And that was well picked up. Was anticipating a slow delivery and knew where the gap was. Never tried to overhit the ball. That was nobody's fault. He was watching the ball, wasn't aware where the bowler was. Hence a collusion. Let's hope nothing serious there.
Yeah, both were ball watching. Chamira looking in the direction where the shot was played, and so was this man. And eventually they crashed into each other, as you say. I think let's hope nothing is wrong. Well, Chamira seemed to be all right, but it's him that's getting all the attention.
This is brilliant batting. 1 run away now. He's on 99.
Outstanding. It has been a magnificent innings. Great effort on the part of this man on strike. One short of his second ODI 100 in his 38th innings. And what an innings he's played. Chamira it is. And there it is. That's the 100. What an innings from Salman Ali Agha. You'll remember this. He's done it off just 83 balls and 9 fours.
And the crowd in rapture. What an innings. What an effort. Made to absorb pressure. A lot of it. Handled it quite well. Kept batting with intelligence and eventually achieved something big. Second ODI 100. Well played, Salman Ali Agha. Brilliant.
Lot of running for him. 37 single, that is, and 12 doubles in addition to those 9 fours. So it's been all running and skill. He is a powerful striker, but he's mixed it up well. It's a good blend the way he's got those runs. That's a wide. That will be called a wide, going full that time from Dushmantha Chamira. He's conceded 10 runs off the first 3 deliveries.
Yeah. Straight away, Salman Ali Agha went to his partner Mohammad Nawaz, who's been struggling to make a contact with the ball. He's asking him, why are you batting from leg stump? Why don't you move towards the off stump in order to take toll of those deliveries which are pitched outside the off stump?
Short 13 and short final again. And over the top, goes down to deep extra cover. Cut off in the deep. Sadira Samara Vikrama. Couple more. Mohammad Nawaz looking to find that gap and go over extra cover. That was wide and full. So it was the right intent.
Yeah, that advice worked. If you have a look at the replay, he was actually standing on middle and off stump, and that's why he was able to make that contact. Their timing wasn't there, but still good enough for a couple of runs. And that's why Salman Ali Agha has been regarded as a good thinker of the game. Edge and 4.
No chance of stopping that. At that pace, you find the edge, you beat the short third. 16 runs already in the over and turning out to be more than handy. That had everything in that delivery. That was wide, it was full. And Nawaz got a healthy edge. Short third had no chance. And it has turned out to be the most expensive over of the innings so far. Chamira has gone for 49. 1 ball left in his 9th over. Goes down to deep cover, 1 bounce for 4. It's 20 runs off that over. Pakistan back on course. 277 for 5 with 2 overs to go.
गोल्डन पर ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडिड ग्लूटा सीरम के साथ बात बन जाए.
Well, that's the biggest building so far of the innings, and what a time to have it. It's the perfect time for Pakistan to get 20 runs of that last over. And now 23 runs is what they're shy of 300. They got 12 deliveries left. Asita Fernando will continue to probe around wide of the off stump with pace off with that length. So this over will be mightily important for Sri Lanka. In fact, both overs are going to be, but Asita has bowled so well, he'll want to finish off as economically as he's done. Just 32 runs into his 10th over.
Really nagging for the Pakistani batters. Asika, immaculate control.
278 for 5. Oh, this is hit flat and gone all the way. That was hit with a lot of power, and the 50 partnership is up of just 33 deliveries.
That was in the slot. And he was looking for such a delivery outside the off stump, back of the length, where he could hit the ball area. Didn't miss the opportunity. And he is gathering important runs for his side now. Mohammad Nawaz looking to finish off the innings strongly.
That was flat battered. This time over cover. Down to the man at deep cover. He's annoyed with himself. In fact, it's a more deep point. But just to, before this over, if you look at the way Pakistan have got their runs, the first 30 overs, it was 119 runs at less than 4 runs and over. And the next 18, they've gone at nearly 9 runs and over, 158. So, virtually an innings of 2 halves, the way they've accelerated, the way they have controlled things, especially in the second half. They're still left with 9 deliveries, 285 for 5. Pace off that time, only a single.
Yeah, let me tell you, this effort of the Pakistani batters is going to instill a lot of confidence in them. How to set up a total on the board, even though you're struggling with losing early wickets. If you have the patience, if you have the right idea, you can recover. From a hopeless and helpless situation, they have come back strongly, Pakistani side.
When you looked at the way the top order batted, I mean, this was a team that was coming on the back of a great victory over South Africa. So you would have expected a lot of confidence, strong body language, looking to assert themselves, looking to kind of dominate the opponents. But instead, what we did see was a rather tentative kind of approach, but now this approach is very different.
It is refreshing, isn't it? You know, when you talk about South African series, Pakistani bowlers, they managed to set it up for the batters, curtailing the opposition on a very low total, made it easier for the batters. But when it comes to setting up totals, Pakistan has been struggling. But I think this innings, like I said before, this will instill a lot of confidence in them. And they will find a method to put runs on the board.
Yeah, but what's impressive is the way they've paced it. The partnership, the way they started, last ball of the over. Looking to improvise. They'll want 2 and they'll get 2. So they get 12 runs off that over. And they're down to the last over on 289 for 5.
What an innings from Salman Ali Agha. Showed good mindset, good technique to deal with the pressure. And once he established himself at the crease, there was no looking back. Started to improvise, started to hit the ball into the gaps, and a very well drafted 100 and well deserved 100 for Salman Ali Agha.
Just look at the way he scored his runs. It's not about hitting boundaries, but it's about being smart. It's about the way he's opened up areas, the way he's taken those singles and 2s. Last over. And starts off with a good full delivery, a dot. And so precious from a Sri Lankan point of view. And also, Amir, the last 9 overs, 94 runs have been scored by Pakistan, which tells you how much they have dominated this phase of their batting.
Yeah. Great display from the Pakistani middle order. That's for sure. We spoke about how good Salman Ali Agha was with the bat. But how about him guiding a youngster to feature in that partnership? Nicely worked away. Another boundary for the left-hander.
Working the angle, that's clever batting. He knew exactly where the fielder was. And from round the wicket, onto the pads, and this is clever batting, really clever batting by Mohammad Nawaz. Just look at the way he works that angle. Knew that the man was very square. Has gone fine for a boundary. And yes, on the point you made about that partnership, that was so important. Salman Ali Agha was the man who really took charge of it.
Yeah, he curated it very nicely for Pakistan.
That 138-run partnership, very much the decisive factor. Well bowled. Well bowled. That's a good Yorker. Wide of the crease, aimed at the base of the stumps. Just keeps it down to a single. Still 5 runs on the first 3 balls. There's left with 3 more deliveries.
Yeah, he's man of crisis as far as Pakistan team is concerned. He's a well-rounded batsman, Salman Ali Agha, without any doubt. And scores at a good rate.
Pakistan's T20 captain. Certainly shouldering the burden here. Pakistan with 4 down for 95. And strike, only a single. But what's also impressive is that he's batted to the end. He's made sure that he finished things off. He didn't leave it for someone else. He was speaking about it some time ago, about the importance of batting to the end. And that role he's played brilliantly with 2 balls to go. And he's scoring it better than a runner ball at 120. 105 of 87. But also, I mean, let's not forget, it's a good surface. It's not beyond Sri Lanka. If they bat well, it's a good surface. But momentum with Pakistan at this stage. 2 balls to go. Well bowled. Well bowled.
Yeah, certainly redeeming himself. Went for plenty in his previous over. But has managed to land the ball in the right areas, especially after getting hit for a boundary. Showing experience, Chamira.
How precious are these Yorkers? How important at this stage? 1 ball to go. He's conceded just 6 runs in the over. Last ball of the innings. Nawaz on strike. And he goes and big. And has it gone all the way? I think it has. No, 1 bounce for 4. Pakistan in on 299 for 5. 104 runs of the last 10 overs and 10 runs of that last over.
How about the contribution from Mohammad Nawaz? 36 from 23. Yes, initially it was struggle, but at the right time started to flail the bat and has brightened up event for Pakistan. Sri Lankans are to chase 300 runs. That's an excellent effort from the Pakistani middle order and the late order batters.
A wonderful innings, wonderful effort. Last 60 balls, 104 and a wicket, 9 fours and 2 sixers. A brilliant finish. Well, they went into the last 10 overs with wickets in hand, and that's always crucial. You have a set batter or set batters, then you are looking at plenty. This is how Pakistan ended up. Look at the top 4, they struggled. But then after that, Salman Ali Agha, Sentalat, and then Mohammad Nawaz. They just came in and played so brilliantly.
Yeah, at the end of 30th over, Pakistan was 120. 119, beg your pardon, to be precise, in last 20 overs, 180 runs. That's an effort and a half from the Pakistani batters, and that partnership is glaring. 138. It was all about Sri Lankan bowlers to start with, and lost the way.
Well, the opening bowlers were quite good, but 299 for 5 is what Pakistan got, and that's a very impressive score. And let's go across and join Zainab Abbas, and let's see whom she has.
Well, Hasaranga bowled really well for Sri Lanka in today's game, and he's here with me. Hasaranga started things off really well, Sri Lanka, but then just sort of lost their way a bit in the middle. How do you look at this total right now?
Yeah, credit should goes to Salman and Hussain Talat. They batted really well after four wickets. I think they batted really well. Wicket was good, so I think our batters can make it.
All right, just in terms of the wickets that you got the all-important wicket of Babar Azam with the googly. I mean, what was the plan exactly? How do you construct an over when you are planning to bowl the googly?
I'm the main bowler, wicket-taking bowler, so I try to bowl stumps line as much as possible, so I think that's why I success.
Also a change in format, like you do really well in the T20s. We've seen that, you're perhaps one of the best bowlers in the world. How do you adjust your line and length when it comes to the ODIs?
I don't change much. I just try to bowl stumps line as much as I can, and just try to bowl 5-6 meter lengths. That's it.
All right, thank you so much for your time, and all the best for this one.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
299 for 5 is what Pakistan got, and that's what Sri Lanka needs in 50 overs when they start their innings. We're going to take a break. On the other side, it will be the Sri Lankan reply.
गोल्डन पर ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडिड ग्लूटा सिरम के साथ बात बन जाए. Meet new Light and Glow BB Cream. Hydrate, skin को brighten and even tone करे, oil absorb करे, shrink pores और दे full coverage makeup look all day. Light and Glow BB Cream.
Golden Pearl Healthy White Moisturizing Lotion. अब और कोई नहीं, सिर्फ Golden Pearl का Nutri-Serum वाला Healthy White Advanced Care Moisturizing Lotion. Love your skin.
गोल्डन पर ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडिड ग्लूटा सिरम के साथ बात बन जाए.
Wear your attitude, Darren Sami by Asghar Ali.
गोल्डन पर ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडिड ग्लूटा सिरम के साथ बात बन जाए. Meet new Light and Glow BB Cream. Hydrate, skin को brighten and even tone करे, oil absorb करे, shrinks pores और दे full coverage makeup look all day. Light and Glow BB Cream.
Golden Pearl Healthy White Moisturizing Lotion. अब और कोई नहीं, सिर्फ Golden Pearl का Nutri-Serum वाला Healthy White Advanced Care Moisturizing Lotion. Love your skin.
गोल्डन पर ब्यूटी क्रीम अब न्यू पैक और एडिड ग्लूटा सिरम के साथ बात बन जाए.